What's good, y'all? And welcome to Come On In and Get Some with the Bishop. Have a little conversation, a little laughter, and relax your mind. All right, everybody, just calm down. The Bishop's here. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? And welcome to episode 2 of Come On In and Get Some with the Bishop. I am the Bishop D.M. Williams. It's nice to make your acquaintance for those who don't know me or just getting to know me. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? First of all, I was so nervous in the last video and I forgot to big up a whole lot of my peoples. So shout out to Sil Nation. Shout out to Sil Nation, Sil Abdul and Sil Nation. I want to shout out Skywalker the Jedi and the Cool Table and Leon the New Geeks. And I also want to big up this Syndicate Network. And last but not least, all of us in the Mikeyverse. Mikeyverse forever. Miss you, Mikey. Well, how y'all doing? I think it said the last I checked I got 21 subscribers. It's getting up there, y'all. Come on. Like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll never miss one of my conversations. Okay? And yes, I know. You ain't got to tell me. I'm cute. I know. I'm pretty. I know. This is some new hair. Y'all like it? I know that's right. This is what my hair is supposed to look like at this time in my life. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. So let's move on. Anyway, but yeah, I think I left off last time talking to y'all. Oh, hold on. Just a minute. Didn't even set my timer. Hold on. I just jumped right on into it. And y'all might get a little longer one this time. And there we go. Anyway, but I think I left off telling you guys about when I was younger and I was in the singing group and stuff like that. And yeah, I grew up like I said, I told you I grew up in Cornhill. Now, see, when I tell you about Cornhill, see, those who know, they know. Cornhill is like a suburb inside of the city. You feel me? It wasn't out on the outskirts or nothing. It was like, you know, we had the river on the other side, Genesee River over there. And yeah, it was like a little community, you know, a lot of my Caucasian people. Love you. Yeah, I grew up around them and stuff. And Cornhill was cool. And see, back when I was coming up, you know, or back in my day, you know, like I'm old, which I'm not. But back when I was coming up, you know, in Cornhill, I mean, I could walk barefoot down the street from my house. There was a park. We called it the Circle Park. And because it was shaped like a big circle and it was right in the middle of the neighborhood and everything. And they had a gazebo up in there. So that was our hangout spot, you know. It was fun and things. And I lived in my house with my mom and my dad. We had a family home in Cornhill. My mom and my dad, we lived upstairs on Gregg Street. Yeah. And downstairs was my grandmother, Katie Bell, my great aunt, Flossie Ross, and my 2 girl cousins, Karen Moore and Deborah Wingate, who's passed on. She passed on a few years ago, and I miss her. But Karen's doing wonderful. She's doing very wonderful. She's down there in Charlotte. Hey, cuz. And listen, if y'all need somewhere, if y'all want to get some like good travel advice and you want a good travel agent, go on over to my cousin Karen over there at the Dominion Travel Group. Okay? The Dominion Travel Group. I'm telling you, she can get you some deals because I'm telling you, her mom, when she was living, my Aunt Ruthie, and a couple of their friends, and my cousin Deborah, who passed too. They used to every single year they was going on a trip. They've been to Puerto Rico cruises. They've been to Puerto Rico.
Y'all, I meant to say zip line.
Bahamas.
And y'all know
They've been
ain't no
all
zip
over the
line in
place.
the desert.
My aunt, before she passed
Let's
away,
move on.
excuse me, she was like in her 70s, and she's up here. What you call it? When you swinging on the line? I mean, you know what I'm saying? When you going through the desert on that line, and I don't even know what the hell you call it, but I never do it. You are not going to get me all this on a little thin line, hanging on, talk about some wee. Yeah. In the jungle? Me? With his hair? Anyway, but yeah, so I lived there with her, and remember, Dominion Travel Group. Tell them Dennis sent you. Yeah, so after, I sang in the groups and everything, and Chrome came to be. Like I told you, my friend Brad, my brother Brad, Load, Load, last of a dozen. He had some circumstances, and he wasn't in the group anymore at that time. And so me, Karen, my friend Karen, do you remember the one I told you about, Boo? That's my baby. And my friend Daniel, the little one, cute one. Remember I told you that. Well, we kept going. And our manager, Steve, and our manager, Joe. Joe was our main manager, and Steve was our assistant manager. Well, Steve, I don't know if I told you in the last video, but Steve was the one that always used to get us the bookings and stuff. And he got us a booking for the World Championships of the Performing Arts. This was in 1997. Yes, I know it seemed old to everybody, but it was like yesterday to me. And yeah, the World Championships of the Performing Arts, and it was in California, and I think it was Inglewood. And so we had to audition. So my friend Alvin Moten, I mentioned your name, and he and later on in in the later episodes, you'll be meeting some of my friends and some of the people that I call my friends and my family. You'll be meeting them, and you're going to see the characters that I have grown up around. Because everybody that I'm around, I've been around them for at least 30 years or more. That's my crew. Okay. Yes, we've lost some people, but we still got some around, and you'll meet some of them. But so Alvin had went with us, me, Karen, and Daniel, to the audition, and it was at I think it was at a mall or something, or whatever. But we sang my song, Ice Cream and Roses, the one I sang before for you guys. And we got the audition. So, but we only had a few days to get to California. We black folks in the ghetto and don't have no money like that. So ain't nobody was going to fly nowhere. I've never been on a plane yet. Hopefully before I leave this earth and God calls me home, but even though I'm going to be here to the rapture, I don't know what y'all thought. But anyway, I want to have a plane ride one day. I want to be on a plane. I've never been on a plane, and I want to be on a train. I've never been on a train, and I do want to take a cruise. Because, see, I got to get on a boat somewhere out down there by the poop deck, right in the front. That's the only thing I know about the boat, poop deck. So we're going over to the poop deck. I don't know if that's where Jack and old girl in Titanic was, but I want to be standing there at the bow, not too close, because I'm scared of heights, and I can't swim. But I do want to sit there, stand there with all this hair and let the hair just blow. Like, I just want to feel like Storm's little brother. I just want to be like, just have it, do my thing. But I'm tripping, y'all. I'm crazy. Anyway, so yeah, we went to we drove to California. It was me, Joe, Steve, our assistant manager, Daniel, and Karen, in a Buick LeSabre, purple. It was purple on the outside and tan interior. And well, that's not what we started. And when we left Rochester, we had another rental car. I forgot what it was, but by the time we got to Buffalo, the engine light came on. So we hopped right on over there and got another one because we were not going to get on the road going 3,000 miles away from home with an engine light on. So we went to Buffalo and we changed cars and we got that Buick LeSabre. I'll never forget her. She was beautiful. And when I tell you that girl rode us, she rode us. We rode 3,000 miles across country from here in Rochester to Los Angeles, California in 2 days and 7 hours. Baby, when I tell you we was flying, the only two people that was driving was Joe and Steve. They was gone. Me, see, right now I'm suffering from an eye condition called keratoconus. It's where the corneas of my eyes, the outside of my eyes, are shaped like cones. So at the tip of the cones, I don't know if you can see in my eyes, the two light spots. Those are the tips of the cones, and that's where it's kind of blurry for me. It's like looking out of a foggy window. I can see though because I did this, but so I'm disabled like that. So, but back then, these eyeballs was great, and I was the navigator. You are not driving me 3,000 miles away from my home and get me lost. It ain't happening, Captain. I'm sorry, we ain't doing that. Where they do that at? I ain't doing that. Not me, not the kids. Anyway, I'm too pretty for that. Anyway, I'm just joking. Y'all, I'm not conceited like that. I don't think I'm all that pretty. I know I'm cute, but I don't think I'm all that pretty. Anyway. So, yeah, we drove 2 days and 7 hours, baby. One of the most beautiful sights that you will ever see is driving across the Nevada desert. Was it Arizona or Nevada? One of the deserts. We were heading towards Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay. We were going there, and as we were just as we hit the edge of the desert to go through it, the sun was coming up. I literally bawled like a baby. Boo in the back talking about something. What you crying for? I was like, I love my baby. But the only reason I was so emotional is because my mom, she was living at the time. She passed away in 2007, but she was living at that time, and she was back at home. And I know that if she was able to see that sight that I saw, I just cried for her because it was beautiful, and she never got a chance to see something like that. But I told her all about it, and I had pictures. So it was a good time. And we got over to California, baby, and I'm trying to speed it up because 27 minutes goes by quick. But we made it to California, and we got to the contest, and we did our thing. And once again, behind stage, right when we were getting ready to go on stage, who gets nervous again? My girl, Boo. I can't do this. I can't do this. I said, listen, chick, we drove 3,000 miles. 3,000 miles all the way across country. You getting on the stage, take this microphone and get on stage. And I looked at Daniel, and Daniel was like, I'm ready. he saw the way I was looking. He was like, I'm ready. You better be. And we got up there, and we sang in front of them judges. I think it was about 4 or 5 judges. And there's a note that I sing at the end of Ice Cream and Roses. It's like, sliding across the sheets. And as soon as I did that, I heard one of the judges say, beautiful. I held my composure because I was like, inside I was like, yeah. But I was holding it. And so when we got off stage, I was like, did y'all hear the judges? Nah, what they say? I love my people. But they was just so glad that it was over, because they were so nervous. But I was like, they said it was beautiful. And so after that, we do what normal people do when you go to somebody else's city, and you're done doing your job at the time, and you got time to chill. We got drunk. Baby, listen, we went and got the biggest bottle of Seagram's gin. It used to be lime twisted, but no, we just had the regular at that time. But it was Seagram's gin and a big bucket of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Black folks love chicken. All my white friends, y'all know that. Hell, y'all like fried chicken. It's good. But anyway, yeah, so we partied, had, went exploring and stuff. And see, I told y'all that I indulge from time to time in herbal refreshments. And back then I really did. So I was trying to find some. You can't be in Cali without getting some chronic. I'm sorry, that's what was out back then, chronic. And you So Karen, she's very beautiful, and she was flirting with this guy who worked at the airport. Worked out there by the airport and everything. And they talked on the phone, and he was like, well, you guys can come over to my house, and visit, and so whatever. And so we went over to his house, and he had this beautiful house just straight out of the movies. It was straight out of the movies. It was, palm trees, and he had a balcony and a courtyard and everything. So we walked into his house, and the first thing, first thing I saw was that big, giant, tall weed plant that was sitting over there in the corner, that tree that was about this tall, and it was like buds, like this here. Okay, and I was like, oh, I want some of that. He was like, well, that's not really ready yet, but you can have this. And gave me a bud. Thankfully, we had stopped by the store before that, and we got a couple of chocolate Phillies. Now, I don't know about the people that back in the day. If anybody knows about chocolate Phillies, holler in the comments below. Okay? Chocolate Phillies and chocolate White Owls. Smokers, let me know. Okay? And don't judge me. I'm still a child of God, and I always will be. You heard me? So we hit that, but boy, I'm telling you, my friend Daniel, he hit it. He wasn't a real big weed smoker, but he did hit it every now and then. He hit it one good time, and then he went into the man's kitchen and went to look at that, but he ain't got nothing to eat in here. Because Karen and them was talking in private and stuff. Karen and the dude, they was talking, getting to know each other and stuff. And so we was out in the living room chilling. And so he's out there in the man's cabinet. So he ain't got nothing in here to eat. And then he found a piece of cheese. He threw it. Daniel, when you calm down, stop it. Can't take you nowhere. But we had a good time. It was wonderful. And then the next day, because that night we got a little verschnickered. And so the next day, they had to knock on our door to wake us up, to tell us about the award ceremony that was the next day. We come to find out that we won the silver medal for the American team in the R&B category. We won the silver medal. We would have won, but the only people that beat us was a Russian choir. It took a Russian choir, because it was an international contest. It took them to beat us with a song I wrote. Come on here, somebody. Y'all ain't ready for that. Anyway, so we came home, we drove back 3,000 miles back to Rochester. Yes, we did. Took maybe a little bit longer, about the same time, but a little bit longer. Because we ain't had to rush to get there for no appointment. So we was coming home. We all happy and stuff. It was wonderful. And, so after that, it's just like things were going good, up until my mom passed. My mom, Mae Francis Williams, the best that ever did it. That was my best friend. She went home to see God June 25th, 2007. And after I was kind of messed up after that. But see, that's when I left. God was always in my life. I'm sorry. Ever since I was born. Okay, when I was, when I was old enough to know, God, I've always been, my earliest memories of me praying to the Lord. So I've always had him in my life, and he was always a presence in my life. That's why I know that he's real, because the things that some y'all eventually, as the series goes on, you'll get to know, y'all hear some of the stories about how God has touched my life many times. Can't nobody, y'all come too late to try to tell me he ain't here, because he ain't real, because I know he is. Come on here, somebody. Hallelujah. Y'all ain't gonna get me into praying right now. But after she passed and stuff, I was still in the house that, she passed in, and I was having a panic attack. I started right in the doorway between our living room and our kitchen. I was having a panic attack all of a sudden, because I was fine until like it was getting close time for her service and stuff. And then I just had a panic attack. And I'm like, oh God, I don't know what to do. Because I've always lived with my mom. I don't give a damn if you call me a scrub or whatever. It was just my mom and me, my best friend. I was not, when my dad passed when I was 19, because when I was younger, when he was living before he got sick, I was planning on, doing whatever teenager do. Bye. But he passed, and I can't leave her alone, because my mom wasn't one of those busybodies out there. She was a good woman. She had friends, but she wasn't kind of hang out like that all the time. She stayed in the house. The only time she'd go out, really, doctor's appointments or when she had to, grocery shopping and stuff like that. And stuff. So I wasn't going to leave her alone. Oh, what? Why? Who does that? So, but after she passed and stuff, I was like I said, I was having a panic attack, and I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do, Lord? What am I? And all of a sudden I heard, haven't I always been there with you? The same way I just said it to you, that's how I heard it. No joke. And I said, yeah. He was like, well, what are you worried about for? What are you worrying for? I've always been here for you. So I'm here now. What are you worried for? Instantaneously, I stopped crying. I calmed down, and I've been trusting him ever since then. And he's been hooking me up. And I'm going to go into a little, in the series. I'm going to talk, for those of y'all that don't want to hear about the Lord, I'm sorry. This ain't the channel for you, because you're going to hear about my Father eventually. I ain't going to beat you over the head with it. I'm just going to, it comes up in my natural conversation. So I'm sorry. I love Christ. I love my Lord, because he created all this. Okay. And the way he did it is incredible. And I'm going to tell you how he taught me during this series. But for right now, I'm just saying that to say this. After she passed, I think about a year after she passed, I had moved in with my friend Joe, who was my manager, Joe Strong. I had moved in with him because he was renting a room out. So I had moved in with him, and maybe a year after my mom passed, I had went to, I had a dream. I had a dream, and in my dream, the Lord had told me it's time to come back home, because I was looking already to try to find me a church home or something like that. And, I went to studying different religions to see what really, got me. Because I grew up, Baptist or whatever they want to call it. They ain't all that mess. There's no such thing as Baptist, Methodist, Presbyterian, Episcopalian. None of that is in the Bible. None of it. The devil is the author of confusion, and that's why he separated everybody, and everybody think that their denomination is the best. None of them is the best, because none of them are real. Period. Yeah, I said it, and I'll say it again. Ain't none of that foolishness in the Bible. John the Baptist was called John the Baptist because he baptized people. Duh. Stupid. Anyway, but so I was looking for a church home, and me and my cousin Troy, I told you God had given me that dream, and I was studying different religions and stuff. I went to try to do the Catholic thing. I got into that, but listen, they want to praise Jesus. and everybody else up in heaven. You got the call on me. Let me tell y'all Catholics one good thing. If you are blessed enough to make it into the kingdom, Mary gonna be standing right there at that dang on door, and she gonna be slapping the hell out of everybody that call her name. Mary don't have no power. Mary's job was done when she gave birth to our Savior. That's it. Her job was done. And I know she's up there right now while everybody talking about some old Hail Mary full of grace, the blessed art thou, the mother. I know she's like, why is these people keep calling me? Oh, she gonna slap a whole lot of people. Every Catholic that comes through that gate and called her name throughout their life all the time. Oh, Hail Mary full of grace. And sometimes they make you say Hail Marys how many times for how many sins? Catholic is not in the Bible either. The word Pope is in the Bible once, and it's not talking about the man with the fish hat. Anyway, don't believe me, Google it. Anyway, so I'm a mess, y'all. I'm sorry. But you love it. That's why you're here. And you better stay. And while I'm thinking about it, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you won't miss no more of all this goodness. Doggone it. I waited so many doggone years to build up the courage to do some stuff like this. And now it's wonderful, and I'm having fun. And I love y'all, and y'all love me. I know you do. Don't lie. But, what was that? Oh, so after I studied all that and all that and stuff, I said, look, I told the Lord, I said, I will go back to church. I said, but you have to show me or bring the people, or you have to bring them to me. You have to show me real people, because if I'm coming to get to know you more, Lord, I want it to be real. I don't want it to be a fashion show where I have to go up in there with a 7-piece suit on and some Stacey Adams and all this mess to stand there and see people with $100 line, a $50 line, a $20 line, a $10 line, and a $5 line. That is nowhere in the Bible. I don't know where these people get all this stuff from. It's religion. See, there's a difference between worship and religion. Religion is ritualistic. It's rituals that man made up because he wanted to. Made him feel better. Made him feel important. I don't need to go to nobody's church. When they take an offering, go back in the back, because this has happened to me. Go back in the back. Come back out and say, well, we're gonna pass the plate around one more time because we're really not at our goal, So we're about $98. We need like about $110. So we're gonna come back. I got some stories for y'all about some churches, and y'all gonna be tripping. That's why I'm not affiliated with a church right now. I wish my church was still up and running when my bishop was still here, because our church was called the House of God, Light of the World. Yes, that's right. Y'all heard it. House of God, Light of the World. Come on here, somebody. That's where I met my wonderful friends, Valerie and Columbus Tillman down there in Carolina. North Carolina. How y'all doing? Love you, baby girl. Looking like Michelle Obama. Yes, you do. I told her that all the time. And then I met my homegirl, Latasha Walker. I call her Sheikah. Tashika. That's my baby girl. She can draw like I can. She was in my choir. She done beat up niggas before. But, excuse me, it's just a joke. I mean, come on. She did. But, I mean, she don't do that no more. Anyway, but, I'm just playing with you, baby girl. But, yeah, I met them. They have become lifetime friends, man. Lifetime friends. Our church was fun. Everybody came in there, and because, I'm stupid, and I love to, make people laugh and stuff and give them the Lord. So I'll make them laugh and teach them about the Lord at the same time. So people will come in, like Tasha. She came in with her kids. She got my beautiful kids. Y'all know what that means. Doggone it. Well, I'll tell you about Tasha when... Shut up. I'll tell you about Tasha on the next one. Listen. I got some interesting stories. I'm just going to sit here and talk to my people and let y'all know about me, about God, how he is, how good he is, y'all, and he's real. I don't care what y'all say. Nobody can convince me that he's not real because I've seen him work. I've talked to him. I'm not one of those crazy people like, you know, God told me to tell you that that color red wasn't good on you, baby. God told me to tell you that skirt was a little too short, baby. I ain't one of them. God tells me things, he breaks it down to me. The way he broke down in the beginning, God created heaven and earth, baby. He broke it down to me, and I'm telling you, y'all gonna get to it. We're gonna get to it as we go along. But I want to thank y'all for showing up on number 2 of Come On In and Get Some with the Bishop. I hope you got something. I hope you enjoyed yourself because I'm enjoying myself the more I even do it and the prettier I get. Y'all know it. Y'all love this hair. Look, don't stop playing. Stop playing. And I'm trying to tell y'all don't need ladies and people who wear wigs, because not only ladies wear wigs. You don't have to spend $277,986.45 for a doggone wig. This was 84. 84. The one I had on before, 82. Stop playing. And this is 12A hair for those who know. If you know, you know. But anyway, I love you guys. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm going to say it in my little tag that I leave at the end. You'll hear it again. But I just want to tell you right now, I love you guys. I do. And thank you for your support. And tell everybody to come on over to Bishop D.M. Williams. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mama, tell everybody, tell your cousin, the one that with the crazy foot. And then you can tell, because they're going to tell the other one with the eye that goes that way and stuff. And you don't know which way they're talking when they're looking at you. Okay, but I love you guys. Take care. And like I said before, I'm going to be dropping videos every Sunday and every Wednesday. Because Sunday is the day that we give the Lord the praise. Even though it's supposed to be on Saturday, but we're going to talk about that too. And on Wednesday, because it's hump day, and you get tired during the week, and I want to spruce y'all up, give y'all a little and vigor to make it on through the rest of the week. All right? So I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Oh, that's what I forgot to tell you. I love you, and ain't nothing that you can do about it.